Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my reflective video on what I learned during the semester in Spanish 2010. To start off with the strengths and weaknesses of my ePortfolio, I would say the strengths would probably be the variety of how I presented my information. I did an interview, I did a video, and I did just like a normal picture, and then I described what was in the pictures and kind of compared the different foods. Foods was my main topic. The weakness of my portfolio would definitely be the video I did on Costa Rica. After I submitted it and went back, it was kind of boring. It was just pictures and me talking behind it. I guess I could have switched that up a little bit. So as far as discussing my choice of documents and sections of media that I presented, or how I presented what I learned, basically I just did a bunch of internet research regarding my topic, which was food. I did it for Mexico and Costa Rica and also Haiti. And so I just did a bunch of internet research, and the documents that I found most helpful and most resourceful and reliable, I used those as my sources to gather my information, and that seemed to work pretty well. So as far as the connections that I see between my learning and my personal interest, I really enjoy eating food, so that's definitely something I'm interested in, and so that's why I kind of chose to do food as my topic for my cultural ePortfolio. Also, I'm really intrigued by the Spanish language as a whole. I think being fluent would be really resourceful later in my life. And so I think that having the connection of Spanish with food was really kind of made it interesting for me, and really helped me, get more in depth with my research, because I was actually interested in researching the food of the different Spanish-speaking countries. And last, I went abroad with my family to Spain for 2 weeks, and got to kind of travel around different cities and try that kind of food. So it's something that I've dabbled in, I guess, as well. So that made it pretty easy to compare and contrast. As far as applying what I learned in this course, it's definitely going to go towards 2020. That's just going to help me kind of progress in the Spanish language. Also, I planned a trip abroad this coming summer into a Spanish-speaking country, so I'll definitely be using what I learned in 2010 for that, as far as vocab goes and verb tenses and stuff like that. And as far as my goals for Spanish courses and kind of progressing as a Spanish speaker, I'm just going to keep putting myself in the situation where I'm going to have to speak Spanish, whether that's studying in Valencia or just doing more study abroad trips or just abroad trips to Spanish-speaking countries. I think that's really, just speaking the language repeatedly and never taking a semester off from a Spanish course is going to kind of keep me in the language and help me progress as a Spanish speaker as a whole. So overall, I thought my Spanish 2010 course was very helpful. I think as far as interacting with peers goes, I think all the oral practice we had in terms of the 5-minute speaking sections with specific partners, as well as talking about the cortometrajes and online lecturas in Spanish in class was really helpful. It kind of got your mind thinking, and definitely got you a lot of speaking time in Spanish. Overall, I think this course definitely is going to prepare me for 2020 and my trip abroad this summer, and I think it overall just helped me become a better Spanish speaker, as well as becoming more culturally developed.